In practicing Python, I said I'd try and do Python an hour a day. I said I'd do an hour a day. So I'm here again with more about strings. When reviewing Python, I like to focus on different things. Now, practicing string methods is something that I don't remember. And I think I don't remember because I just used them without thinking about what they were. So this is Practice Python Algorithms. It's Chapter 6 if you're using Python for everybody. This is my bin bash here. If I was doing it in my terminal, I would again make sure it's in the user bin with the environment Python. Now, as I said before, I'm using Colabs. Need to spell that correctly with one L, but it's Google Colabs, and it allows you to actually write the code and run the code right here on this page, and it allows you to save it directly in your drive. Enough about that. Right now, we're going to remember the dir. When you use dir, as I use it here, dir lists the available methods for an object. So right now I have print dir words. Now the type function shows the type of object that it is. So if I did everything properly here, then when I hit to run the program, right here with the, looks like a play symbol, when I go to run the program, I should get a list of available methods I can use, string methods I can use on this object, and the type of object that it is. Now, I just put in words. I set words variable equal to how you doing. Let's see if I did it right. Hit play. Boom. Down on the bottom right here, you see it says class string. Now that comes from the first thing that I requested, type of words. So words is a variable. So the type of variable is in the string class. Great. Now just below it, we're going to see I can use add, class, contain, get attribute, and you can keep scrolling across to see the type of methods that are available for this particular string. Now granted, if you remember Python, if you're new to Python, I need to know that some of these methods require parameters. So it's something you have to add in. So let's pick one that we can do. And I think the first one I want to pick is I want to see if I can use the method isLower. So I'm going to print, and I'm going to say, right, I have to print, so it's telling me I have to print a value object. So when I'm printing a value object, I'm just going to say words dot isLower. See, it gives you that lovely thing there to say isLower. Now let's see what happens. I did something wrong. Built-in method isLower of string object. What could I have done wrong? Well, I put it in the parentheses, but isLower is a method. So maybe I have to add something at the end. Now, this gives you an idea of what can come in the print value, but we're not concerned with print. isLower right there. Now it says that when you're calling a method, it's similar to calling a function. It takes an argument. So sometimes they take an argument and they have a returns a value. So let's try it this way. Boom, false. So isLower is really answering a question. It is a Boolean. So it's going to say true or false. It's real simple. And by putting the dot here, I'm actually calling that method. And I'm saying do something with my string. So right now I'm saying, is my string in lowercase? Well, it's not all in lowercase because the first character is an uppercase character. So false is correct. So is lower worked as soon as I put that there, denoting that it could take a parameter and treating it like a function. So let's change this one and let's try another one. Upper. What do you think that's going to do? Boom. How you doing? Right down here, it takes all the parts of the string, all the elements, all the characters in the string, and it raises them to the level of uppercase. Now remember, each character has a value. So it's the ASCII value. It's the O has a different value. This lowercase o has a different value than uppercase O, because each character that you find on your keyboard, when it translates into computer language, it has an ASCII code, and that tells the computer how to treat it and actually exactly what the character is. So we got how you doing for upper. Okay, so if there's upper, there's got to be lower. Let's try it again. Boom. How you doing? So now everything's in lower case. So that gives you an idea of how to use the methods. So when you're using the methods, and I'm going to take this, and you saw the last one, you know that anything after the number sign or the hashtag, anything after hashtag is gone. There's another way to get this word string to actually become different. So let's make word string into changed words. And let's set that equal to, I'll just copy this. Okay, copy and paste. Let's set, see, copy and paste, something that you can really use when you're writing code. Let's set words to lower, and we're going to come down here, and we're going to say print changed words. So if you have to write, an algorithm that says change the string to uppercase or change the string to lowercase, boom, you just did. You can also put, now this one I like to use, and it comes with parameters. So parameters, I remember this one, replace. So replace, you have to have something you want to replace and what you want to change it to. Now let's see if that works. No, I hit an error. An error. O is not identified. Oh, what did I forget? I'm dealing with a string. So if I'm dealing with a string, I have to remember, here I'm just using my arrow keys, I have to remember that when I use replace, because it's going to replace the first parameter you put in with the second parameter. I'm trying to use the proper lingo. And then, bam! Hugh, you, Dean. I like replace. When you come across a lot of, when you have a long string and you have to replace, say, the first names with the lowercase, uppercase, you can use this to replace those things. And I guess that's it for right now. There's also other cool things like join, and join actually joins two strings together. Is numeric. Anything with is in front of it, it's going to give you a Boolean. So it's going to say yes or no. So we did replace. So let me just remind you about the is ones, because I think there is one called is alpha, right? Now remember, we have to have this there. We're treating it like a function, even though it's a method for strings. And it should come up false. I don't know why, but it comes up false. Is digit. Okay? Is digit. Okay, let's see. That should come up crazy. Oh, I did an error, and it tells you right where the error is. Id digit. It's not id digit, it's is digit. Okay, let's try it again. Bang. False. So was alpha is going to check and see if it's alphanumeric. And I'm thinking it's looking at the spaces. So we've done is numeric. We've done is lower. We've done upper. We've done lower. And when we take a chance to look at how many methods are available, there's an abundance of them. And you can go and look these up. And you can search them, type Python : in your search, and then just write one of these down to see what they actually do and how to use them. If you're inside your terminal, you can look them up in the terminal. And each one is a different thing. We've got replace, refine, and they just keep going. But the key to this is you need to call them with a dot. You need to treat them like a function. And you can print them directly, or you can create another variable that gives you the freedom to change this part without having to go through and change a whole bunch of stuff. That's why I love using variables. That's it for now. We just had fun with practicing string methods. Till next time.